Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. A beast of machine, hitting on you with speed, running gasoline lean. Give me all what I need, indeed. Pedal to the metals, the life that I dream. Can't settle for tea, kettle when I can roast it like coffee bean. My chances waiting to see, bumping supreme. A rough race leaves enough traceless, smoking with steam. Spinning wheels, hitting deals with high velocity. Break the rules of physics to win, become an odyssey. Might be second place, but I'm riding behind. Set the draft, fly by, feel the G-force adjust, get the better lap. My tires may be bold, riding a weather track, but I've left my checker pass so I can reach the checkered flag.
Welcome, everybody, to a brand new edition of the Checkered Flag. I'm your host, Ace Naylor. How are you race fans doing tonight? I want to start off by giving a huge congratulations to Rico Abreu. We got a picture we can show up there, don't we? I think we got a Rico Abreu photo there somewhere. He won the Chili Bowl with his division, and he's actually headed to NASCAR. He's headed to there he's there. He's actually headed to the officially headed to the NASCAR K&N. He's going to go into paved track racing. Rico, man, this kid's done it all. We had him on our show before we went off last season. So big hats off and congratulations to Rico. I look forward to following you and seeing what you're doing next there. Again, NASCAR K&N. He'll be NASCAR K&N Pro Series. He won actually in his division in the Chili Bowl. I want to give a big shout out and a happy birthday to midget car racer Mikey Snyder, who turned 20 years old today. So happy birthday to midget race champion Mikey Snyder. And for all the full updates, be sure to check out our website at www.checkeredflagshow.com. Again, that's checkeredflagshow.com to find out who the guest lineup is, our past guest, who we have on next week, our archive shows, news and announcements, and many more. Add us on Facebook as well, facebook.com, The Checkered Flag Show. Listen to our brand new replay. We got replays now on a podcast, 7 p.m., 10 Eastern, at checkeredflagafterburn.podbean.com. Again, that's checkeredflagafterburn.podbean.com. You can also hear us. You can hear us in a podcast. That's pretty cool. Well, our guest tonight, we have the nephew to David Rogers, Pro Jammer racer. We had David Rogers last week. Outlaw Kart racer and clone racer is going to be on the show. Darien Balestrini. By the way, the nephew David Rogers is Hunter Ashby. Also tonight, again, we've got Darien Balestrini that will be calling in. He'll be talking to us about his unique, how he stepped into a clone flat cart. I've also been told we have a surprise guest on tonight, and boy, I've been racking my brain. I hope we know who that is. He's going to be calling in tonight. And we've got to take a break, and we'll be right back with our guest, Hunter Ashby, in just a moment.
SSS Multimedia is sending you smoke signals, providing their clients with the ultimate communication and multimedia marketing, distribution, production, and web-based services. They feature high-def video equipment and quality audio sound. SSS is your multimedia source, from graphics for business cards to television production, radio, live sound, and everything in between. SSS is sending you smoke signals. Get your message out with SSS Multimedia. For more information, call 707-701-6416 or email info@sssmultimedia.com.
Dixon Speedway and Beanish Fresh LLC proudly presents the inaugural For the Love of Racing James Pops Wooten Memorial Race. A whopping $1,000 to win for both multi-wingless and main. All going down April 4th, 2015 at Dixon Speedway. For more information, go to www.dixonspeedway.net.
Right when I saw one of my dad asked Jeremy if we can use a go-kart so I can see if I want to race them. And I started out just going up and down the road for a little bit.
Wow.
And then I wanted to start the race, so he let us borrow his cart, so I started racing.
Oh, that is awesome.
And then
How-
once I totaled that cart, we got a new cart, and I broke the frame on my new cart, and
Ooh.
then my dad fixed it. And then I went back to racing on my new go-kart and started winning a lot.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. You got some trophies there. That's trophies there to prove that. Want to get back onto your racing career. You said tell us about the first time you stepped into Outlaw Kart and what that felt like for you.
It felt like you're pretty much getting ready to go race on a dirt bike, but instead of it's in a car, and it's really fun.
Right on. And your family races too? David Rogers, your grandfather, he races a jammer?
My grandpa races a jammer.
Yeah, we had him on last week. Awesome guy. He races a pro jammer, and he was talking about how some of the guys get to ride. Did you get to ride with him in any of those races? Any of the races they did with the enduro or sliders? No?
No.
He had some people with him in the sliders too.
That was my uncle and
Okay.
a couple buddies of his.
Right on. So you how fast does your cart go?
It goes 45, 46 miles an hour around a little circle.
That is pretty quick. The little circle, you mean Ukiah Speedway?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Lake counties.
And Lake County. So have you been to Dixon at all yet?
Not yet.
Any desire to you go to Dixon?
We're thinking about getting the cart fixed because my grandpa Bobo just started putting a new body paint job on it, and he got it all fixed up, so we're getting it pretty soon so we can go racing on Dixon.
How old are you, and how old were you when you first started?
I was 8, I think. No. Yeah, 8 years old, and now I'm only 9.
You're 9. Wow. So you've only been in it for a year. Man, you only been in it for a year, and you've already got trophies.
Yes.
Wow, that's so amazing, so amazing. And you do other sports too. You play football,
Yeah.
you play basketball, and you race. You kids, I've had a lot of you kids on the show, and you kids just absolutely amaze me. How do you do that, and how do you have time for a social life to hang out with friends and?
Well, the games are different times as racing. Racing is really like in the middle of the day, and then it goes to night. Football games take like 20 minutes per game.
Oh yeah. So what position do you play in football?
I play outside linebacker, and I played tight end and safety.
Wow. Who do you play? Number? Who you play for?
Number 20.
Wow. What's the name of your team? Who do you play for?
Kyle Lions.
Wow. And so you do that. You also play basketball. What position are you on the basketball court?
Center, and for offense, I'm out in the wings.
Out of all those sports, you currently do 3 sports. Which one are you looking to make a career out of? Are you wanting to make a career out of racing or?
I want to make a career out of racing, and I also want to make a career out of football and basketball.
Oh, sweet. So you want to do all 3. Hey, you know what? Be a busy kid. That's okay. I want to talk a little bit. You got trophies right here. Let's talk about those trophies. We'll do they're both the same. So let's talk about the first one and the second one. Actually, they're different, but these are these, you have the box, we'll talk about in a minute what a box stock is. We'll talk about in a minute, but this right here, these are your box stock. That's your main event, first place. Is that first place in points, or is that first place main event?
Main event.
Okay, and then you have this one over here, which is your trophy dash winner.
Yes.
So tell us about those trophies and where you got those at.
I was racing really hard, and it takes practice to get around the track, and it's hard to get to first because there's a lot of other fast karts out there.
Right on. Yeah, it is tough, and especially the tracks that you're working.
The track is a little bit wet too.
Yeah, a little bit wet. The track's a little bit. Those tracks are a little bit short. They're tight in the turns to get around the turns, so it makes it tough to get around. Yeah.
Turn 1 and 2, there's a really little hole, and if you hit it, you're gonna get a little bit loose.
You got a little loose and a little airborne. Yeah. Have you? We were talking about this too. Have you gotten an accident in any of your karts?
I've gotten an accident in both of them.
Tell us about those.
I hit the wall and totaled the whole the bottom of the frame that was all bent. And then in the second one, well, the first one I started racing in, I hit the wall and I was sitting there and I bent the whole side of the axle.
Wow.
It was snapped, and then I was racing. I hit a cart head on, and the cart that I hit went on top of me and crunched the whole wing.
Ouch. So how did you come out of? You came out of those unscathed, obviously. You're amazing. You just got right back in the cart and started racing again, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was was there a lot of work you had to do on those carts? I bet Dad had to spend a lot of time getting those carts put back up and fixed, huh?
He had to rebuild the frame because he took a hammer or something and then banged the frame so it was all straight. The other wing was bent a little bit, so I just took something and hammered it back in so it was a little bit straight.
Right. We had mentioned that you race a box stock. Can you tell us what a box stock is for those who may not know, or is this something you can explain to us? Huh?
Beginner box.
You're in a beginner box.
Yes. I'm
Okay.
going to box.
Oh, you're going to box stock. That's a beginner box. So, okay, so you're in a beginner box. You're going to move to tell us what the beginner box is the first one that you get out there in that kind of get you used to the rest of the carts.
Yes, you have to get used to the first cart in order to move on to the 500s, the 250s, and the box.
Yeah, so it's for those of you who don't know, it's beginner box stock, 250s, and 500s. I know sometimes they call them junior. Sometimes they're called, like in Dixon, they call them junior outlaws in Dixon and Cycleland. So those are the same, right? They're kind of junior is kind of the same as box stock.
Yes.
Yeah. So then you move up to the ranks. You move up eventually to a 500, which is 250s and 500s are real just wicked fast. They're really fast.
And you have to shift them, and if you drift, it's okay, but you pretty much have to drift in the 250s and 500s.
Yeah. Is that a lot of fun getting in there and drifting? I see you guys. You guys just really get in there and you drift where you're almost facing the opposite direction.
It's a little hard because you have to hit the brake and then you have to just sit there turning the wheel back and forward a lot.
Right. And is it hard to grip it, and it's pretty rough on you going into track and the turns, and
sometimes the tires are really loose.
Yeah.
Like slippery.
Yeah, right on. So you're moving up to a 500. You were looking at those. You were eyeing those 600 micro sprints when we in our opening sequence. By the way, your car. You didn't know. I didn't know this, but you told me that your cart ended up in our opening video of the show. Your cart, your race cart. So that's pretty cool. And are you looking to move up to a 600 and eventually get into a micro sprint, a big sprint, or are you wanting to pave track race? What's your ultimate goal for this?
I want to do both of them. I want to pave track and do the micro.
Oh, you want to do both? Man, you're so amazing. You got goals to do all three of those different things. So you got some pretty big goals. You want to give thanks, sponsors, and shout-outs before we get to a commercial break and we go to our other guest?
I would like to say thank you to Chris Cottle, Jeremy Baser, my mom, my dad, my grandpa Bobo for getting my new body, and a couple other people I forgot though, and Jimmy.
Sweet, right on. Well, you have a couple of choices. You can hang here with us for the rest of the show and just watch and sit there and hang out, or you can or we can let you go. It's up to you, my friend.
I want to stay and watch.
Sweet. Well, you can sit right there, and you can kind of be my co-host, too, all right? So we're going to be back in just a little bit. We've got to take a commercial break, and we'll be back with Outlaw. He's a former Outlaw kart racer and has moved into a clone open kart. We're going to talk to Darien Balestrini about all that when we get back from our announcements after this.
Dixon Speedway and B&H Fresh LLC proudly presents the inaugural For the Love of Racing James Pops Wooten Memorial Race. A whopping $1,000 to win for both multi-wingless and main. All going down April 4th, 2015 at Dixon Speedway. For more information, go to www.dixonspeedway.net.
Taxman's taken all my dough and left me in my stately home, blazing on a sunny afternoon, and I can't say
Manticorp Tax and Accounting can help you minimize taxation, establish a corporate presence, and save you money. Our over 25 years of experience in domestic and international taxation and incorporation services makes us the best at what we do. Your first consultation at Manticorp is always free, and our discounted rates guarantee you will not end up paying for what you don't get. Try Manticorp today. For more information, call 707-701-6416 or email info@manticorpusa.com.
In the summertime.
You are invited to participate in a true multimedia experience coming to a home near you. LCM TV, bringing Lake County into the new millennium with news, live broadcasts, information, talk shows, and local programming, all streaming in high definition, online, and on the Roku box. Join our premiere live broadcast on LCM.
We're live. We got you on the line right now. This is the surprise. We got Terry Decarlo on the line. Terry, how are you, man?
Doing good, Ace. How are you?
I am great. We had a couple snafus, but we're back on and we're ready to go. We're in a new studio. We're doing we're actually combining radio podcasts with video. It's working out really well. We just had Hunter Ashby on and Darien Balestrini. So now we got you on the line. I wanted to talk to you about Dixon Speedway. You got some awesome stuff going on this year, man.
Yes, we do. We got a few things in the works here.
Okay, spill it.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Now I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, all right, got to speak to him. All right, so let's talk about what's going on. What do you got going on over there at Dixon? Some pretty exciting things happening.
Well, we've added a new micro show to start out the season opener. It'll be the Populous Memorial Race. It'll be 1,000 to win for multis and wingless. And then Memorial Day weekend, we're trying to get together an Outlaw Coach show right now with some really extreme payouts. It's going to be 5,000 to win opens, 2,500 to win 250s. 1,500 to win box.
Wow.
To win box stocks. 1,000
Wow.
sportsmen.
Yeah, these are we talked about this. These are unprecedented payouts that you guys are getting for the carts. I mean, it should make for some pretty competitive racing.
Oh yeah, the race is going to be fierce.
Yeah,
Fierce competition.
right. Yeah, it's going to be nothing. It's going to be fierce. So that's going to be. So you're working on that right now, and the schedule is up actually on the site. So you do have the tentative schedule up right now for the 2015 Spring and Summer Series season.
Yes, sir.
Right. So let's talk a little. Let's touch on a little bit on the memorial. We've been showing the James Pops Wooten Memorial video promo that we had put together for you guys, and that's some pretty exciting things that are coming up. This, I actually understand, is going to be the first annual.
Yes, it is. It'll be the inaugural.
Yes, the inaugural. So this is the first one, the inaugural Pops Wooten Memorial happening right there at Dixon. When's that going on?
Pardon me, you're kind of breaking up a little bit.
Oh, sorry. When's that going on? Can you hear me now?
The Pop Wooten race is March 7th, I believe it is. It's opening day for Dixon Speedway.
Yeah, opening day. So, yeah, that's pretty exciting that you got that for opening day. So let's talk right now. Right now, you're working with the Lakeport Indoor Series. That seems to be pretty exciting. I had a chance to get out there last weekend, and then about 2 or 3 races back, it's getting pretty fierce with competition there. You guys are running flat carts and all the carts. You got 250s, you got the 500s, beginner box stock. Tell us about the Winter Series and how that's going.
The Winter Series has been a great thing. It's really grown. Car count's been great. Racing's been good, and attitudes have been really good. And it's been all good for the whole program.
Yeah, right on. And then we talked about when the next race is there, and that's going to be the 24th for points race number 7.
Yeah, this weekend also will be part of the traveling series for the Winter Series Outlaw Challenge.
Right.
And this will be race number 2 for that. So we should be seeing a lot of cars that are traveling with that series, plus our regulars. So it should be a really good show this weekend.
Yeah, that's going to sound really exciting. So that's we got the schedule in front of us. So that tentatively things much start after 2 p.m. You got the pill pool that goes on at noon. The gates open at 10 o'clock for that. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the.
Pill pool closes at noon.
Yep.
Drivers meeting at 12:30. Then we go into hot laps and qualifying.
Yeah, those are exciting. I got a chance to go in there. It's pretty loud. It's you got the indoor, which is basically the indoor barn, which you guys have actually made into a race arena, and you've got it. You've got a circular track in there.
Oh yeah, the track's big and it's good and it's fast, and we're working on getting the noise level put down on it.
Yeah, it's hey, I think the loudness is great when it comes to the karts, but yeah, I understand. It's a pretty exciting thing you got going on there. So you also have the banquet coming up. I've had some people ask me in the last couple of days if you can we can get the banquet mentioned on the show, so people know about the awards banquet.
All right, January 30th will be the micro banquet, and February 27th will be the Outlaw Kart banquet.
Yeah, right on. Terry, thank you so much for being on the show. We're gonna let you go. Just wanted to have a few moments with you, and what an awesome call we got. We're gonna get to our recap right after this. Thank you so much, Terry.
Thanks, Ed.
All right, bye.
Dixon Speedway and Beanish Fresh LLC proudly presents the inaugural For the Love of Racing James Pops Wooten Memorial Race. A whopping $1,000 to win for both multi-wingless and main. All going down April 4th, 2015 at Dixon Speedway. For more information, go to www.dixonspeedway.net.
Recap. I want to talk about the recap because I'm really, really excited. We had some great wins this weekend. I want to give a huge shout out. Let's get his photo. I think we have Tyler Shipley's photo up there. We can get it up there, Terry. Terry's our producer. She's the one that you see running around working with us here, so we very much appreciate. Terry, we appreciate your work, Terry. We're going to get this. We are. We're having a lot of fun. Tyler Shipley. I'm so excited. Tyler Shipley, Box Stock 2015. Tyler Shipley took the he actually took home the trophy dash. So we're doing the recap right now. So big hats off to Tyler Shipley for that. Fine, we can find the Colby Berry one up there. Colby Berry was the main event winner. Yep, there we go, right there. Colby Berry won the main event in his 250. Boy, all the Berry boys are pretty good. They got 3 of them out there, and so big hats off to Colby Berry for winning the main. Okay, let's see where we're at here. Wade Whitman Jr. We got him one up there. Yeah, there we go, the number 39. Big hats off to Wade Whitman Jr., main event winner as of 1/17/15. By the way, I want to say real quick, these pictures are courtesy of Action Captured Images, which is our official sponsor for the recap. I want to thank Action Captured Images. Check them out at ac-images.net. Action Captured is on Facebook, so check them out on Facebook. Great photo there. You see how they get right up in there, and they get a picture of the facial expressions right up inside the car. So Wade Whitman Jr. took the win for the main. And we have a Michael Britton that should be there, the number 94. It should be a number 94 car. There we go. Michael Britton won the main event 1/17/15. As of this last weekend, he was the main event winner. Okay, so let's see if we can get to some other ones here. Colby Berry, I think that's what we got. Nope, that's what we got for the recap. So going to get back on the line here in just a moment. In about 5 minutes, we should have Jeffrey Thielscher is going to be calling in. And Jeff's going to talk to us about the Chili Bowl this past weekend, the Chili Bowl that was on there. We actually got to get a hold of him. So
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Jeff, how are you? Hey, we've had some things here tonight. You know what happened was, folks, I'll let you guys know, our phone lines are down. The phone line went down. So we're not exactly sure what happened with the phone lines, but they went down. But nonetheless, we have you on the show. We got 15 minutes left in the show. I want to talk to you about we were gonna discuss the Kyle Larson thing. And when I say this, I say Kyle Larson incident with a question mark. So we have Jeffrey Thielscher, by the way, on the line of the owner of GoLivestream.tv, which
That was quite a race, the Chili Bowl. That Rico, he dominated that deal, though. And
didn't he though? Yeah, didn't he though? You see, you got the wing dance. We got a picture of him up with the wing dance. You know, a big hats off to Rico Abreu, like we said when we first opened the show, and we showed a couple of times the video. Another thing too, we're excited about the official fact that he's headed to NASCAR. He's going to heading to K&N Series, so he's going to actually race a paved car, a late model.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, that's interesting. So yeah, big hats off him to the win, and also big hats off to Kyle Larson for the win. But we wanted to talk about what happened with him and Swindell, and I wanted for you to this is our segment of NASCAR Junkie, for you to weigh in on your thoughts.
Yeah, that was a great race, though, and there definitely Kyle Larson got into Sammy and another driver out there, and that's part of racing. Sammy was pretty mad. There's no doubt he was going to give the kid a piece of his mind, but that's it's all part of that deal at the Chili Bowl. There's a lot of emotion going on there, and it's just there are 300 drivers trying to win that race.
Yeah.
And it's a little different than what the regular midgets run. The USAC midgets. So it's a little
Yes,
different
yeah, exactly.
setup and stuff, and so different tires. So they really they study hard, and they really want to win that race. And the emotions are high, and after 7 days, that stuff can happen. But it's a great race, And I give Kevin Swindell hats off for second, and Damian Gardner.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
From Southern California, he got third place.
I was very proud of our California boys at the Chili Bowl this year. Like I said, Kyle Larson being local, coming out of Outlaw Karts in Lakeport, he came out of the same Outlaw Kart tracks that our wonderful guest here, Hunter Ashby, did. So it just goes to show what these kids are doing and where they're going from here. And like I said, I won't be surprised if I see these kids that I've had on the show, like Hunter Ashby here, and our past guests, to see that them doing something with a NASCAR label, because it just seems to be getting bigger and bigger for them. You guys, like him, and young kids like Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's another one that we've been following. Elliott's grandson. So, but yeah, back on the thing, seeing what these kids are doing from our area, in California, really just makes it proud for you and I to be in this business.
Oh, definitely. And I webcast Damian Gardner's first win in a sprint car down in Victorville. So
yeah.
I saw him race a lot. I've seen he and his brother. So that definitely a great crew of people, and they really know how to race. And he's a great racer. I see him running an IndyCar or something in the future.
Oh yeah, he's one of those that you put him. He's one of those that you put him behind the wheel and it races. He could race it. It doesn't matter what it is. He's one of those. And like I said, my opinion on the Kyle Larson thing. People get heated. You got to understand. They've been racing for 7 days. So it was it was quite a thing. And some just got some heated words. Swindell, that you were telling me, right, Swindell, got put into the wall, and it just happened the way it happened. It was unfortunate.
Yeah, it was amazing. There were 61 flips this year.
Yeah, a total. Yeah, the record was 61 flips this year. We're talking about the Chili Bowl, 61 flips of the Chili Bowl. So, tensions and tempers were high, and it happens at these kind of races. And the Chili Bowl's a great thing. There are a lot of great races that come out of the Chili Bowl, but like I said, I want to give a huge hats off to Kyle Larson for his win, And you know, we're so lucky.
And for his win at Kokopah, because
Yes, yes.
he won that race. It was they were racing hard, and him and Smith and that other guy, they went back and forth during that race. It was a 30-lap race, 12,000 to win. Those top three guys, they battled it out to the end, and he pulled it off. So.
Yeah, exactly. We were, like I said, we were so lucky to have had, and I'd like to get him on again. I know we've got on our email list. I've been talking to Abreu again. I congratulated him, but we're so lucky to have been able to have him on our show, and yeah, such an amazing person. His whole story and everything, it's just so amazing, and watching him flourish like he is, I'm so excited, and I'm excited to hear that he's stepping into a late model.
I was lucky to be matched with him at Charlotte at the World of Outlaws finals for the California flag, because he was the driver that was matched with me to carry the flag out for the opening.
I saw the picture of you and him on your Facebook. You can go to Jeffrey Thielscher's Facebook and see that.
Yeah, and I got to meet him. I really didn't know much about him or anything, but when I walked out there with him, everyone in the whole stands was screaming Rico.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah. The fan base, yeah.
It was amazing. It was something that I didn't expect that. So.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. I mean, we had him on the show. I mean, we could have went a whole entire hour and talking about his wins, talking about everything that he has done. I mean, so amazing. We know his story. Obviously he's a little person. He's a smaller person, but he's so large. I mean, to me, he's larger than life. Seeing what he's doing, and I'm excited to see that he's actually stepping into. It's actually H. Scott Motorsports with Justin Marks is who he's signed with.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he signed the 2015 Chili Bowl winner, but he signed with H. Scott Motorsports and Justin Marks, which is huge. The pretty big names in the K&N Pro Series. So I think it'd be for.
He makes good wine too. That wine that they make is.
Abreu Vineyards. What's funny is they were telling me that it never happened, but they were telling me this is we gotta get you some wine. Him being on the show, so. We'll have to take him up on that offer, but yes.
The cheapest wine they have is $100 a bottle. The most expensive is like $600.
Yeah. Yes.
It's an excellent wine. Their connoisseurs been around since the 80s. So.
Yeah, and that's where he gets the sponsor money from. That's been able to keep him. That's been able to keep him behind the wheel and race. And we had Tanner Delbert Thorson last week on the show, and Tanner has signed with Rico. With Abreu Vineyards and Motorsports, so I'm excited to see what Tanner's going to do, and he's stepping into a wingless, a sprint car.
Really?
So yeah.
I see that they also sponsor a dragster.
They do sponsor a dragster. Yes.
I was looking at all this stuff. They sponsor quite a bit. It's a big operation, that Abreu Racing. So.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I just wanted to have this in our NASCAR Junkie talk. So let's get off that, and we got about 5 minutes. I want to talk about Daytona. What's your predictions for Daytona? And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about Daytona. We're a month out now almost.
Yeah, I got a pull for Kevin Harvick on this one. He likes that track, and he's hot right now. So we'll see. They know how to set up the car and everything.
That they do. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And he's won before, so
yeah.
Once you won once, it's easier to win the second time for sure.
It could happen, man. Like I said, I could see it happening, but I'm excited about it.
Kyle Larson, throw him in just because,
Yes. You took the words right out of my mouth. That's what I was going to say next. But yeah, I'm excited. And Chase Elliott, and again, seeing these young kids battle it out is just exciting. And especially that the ones that are from our area, of California. So it's just real exciting to see that. Jeff, you talked about it last week. We'll let you plug it again though, because you know what, it's a good thing you're doing. And I saw the flyer, by the way. What we're talking about is the racingforwishes.com. You guys go there and check it out. It's huge, unprecedented payouts. you are now one of the promoters for Shenandoah Speedway. So let's talk real quick. We'll let you give a plug to the racingforwishes.com. Hello? Oh, hey, that's okay. Well, I guess we lost him. Anyway, go check it out. Check out racingforwishes.com. Jeffrey Thielscher is doing a really good thing. Go to his Facebook. You can check it out on his, and I'll have it posted up on ours. Get you some announcements real quick. Well, we got 5 minutes left. Our upcoming show, I'm really excited. You guys can, there it is, checkeredflagshow.com, the website. We have the Steve Kaiser photo up there. Let's look at the Steve Kaiser photo. I'm really, really excited. I'm really excited because we have Steve Kaiser that's going to be on the show. There he is there. Action captured images taken there. Credit to Steve Kaiser, Kaiser family, a long time in 600 sprint and sprint racing. Steve Kaiser will be on the show for next week. Also next week, we also have Skull Crusher. Yes, we finally have the Skull Crusher on next week. And we're going to talk next week. We're going to talk about monster trucks. What's that all about? Well, that's going to happen. Now we're going to talk about monster trucks too. We got some big things in the works for that. So I want to thank everybody for calling in. I want to thank all our guests. I want to thank Hunter. Thank you for being on the show, Hunter. I appreciate it, man. I'm excited. Where are you headed? Are you going to the indoor? Are you going to be at the indoor? Oh, let's get the mic on you.
We're not going to be at the indoor because my kart's not going to be ready.
Okay, you're still working on that part. So that's good. All right, so Hunter, Ashby, thank you for being on the show. Thanks for all our callers. To find out who we're going to have on and all our updates, check out www.checkeredflagshow.com. I'm your host, Ace Naylor, and you've been watching The Checkered Flag. Peace.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. A beast, a machine, hitting on you with speed, running gasoline lean. Give me all what I need, indeed. Pedal to the metals, the life that I dream. Can't settle for tea kettle when I can roast it like coffee beans. My chances splitting the seams, pumping supreme. A rough race leaves enough traceless, smoking with steam. Spinning wheels, hitting deals with high velocity. Break the rules of physics to win, become an odyssey. Might be second place, but I'm riding behind. Set the draft, fly by, feel the G-force, adjust, get the better lap. My tires may be bold, riding a weather track, but I've left my checker pass so I can reach the checkered flag.